This is Gerald Johan van Waas and the educational channel related with the book Sound in Form. Also in two separate volumes, the development of the word and the application of the word. This series of videos will be a guidance how to perform what is written in the development of the word. The development of the word, the first part of the book, which is also as a separate volume available, is about the meaning of letters, of sounds, and how to combine them so that you can recognize the words in the forms. It also proves that there is an underlying tendency that these letters fit quite well with what the words are about or what they express, and so that we undeliberately actually follow these rules. Just like we follow the rules of the numbers, we also follow the rules of letters. And I will prove you again and again how this works and how you can also learn it yourself. In this video I will make some easier examples that you can learn how to combine them, and I will show you how to do so. So how can I build up the letters? Because the letters themselves, you can more or less say like what they should express, but to combine them, you have to combine them in a correct way. And this is something that you need to learn gradually. I'll take a Dutch word and I will take an English word. Dutch word is almost like the English word, but I will take the English example as well. PEL or PEAL, and then pain, two words with a P. So let's go. We have the P here, which is something pressed out somewhere. The E, which is has a certain length, and the L, which is the formation of a certain volume inside a certain area, let's say, or something like that. So the E, we always say like, okay, it stretches us to the sides, but you don't always have to follow that rule. And they are general rules and tendencies, and that makes it sometimes a bit difficult. You have to follow the main direction, and sometimes the main direction does not say that the tendencies has to be followed all the time, and that makes it slightly more difficult. The E, as you can see underneath, is also a very good reference point. It is always an enlargement. Each E is an enlargement all the time, but it's not always necessary that it is widening. It's going horizontal. It's not necessary. It can go all directions as well, as long as it is an enlargement. This energy is enlarged, and this can go, in fact, can follow all directions, but the tendency will be a widening. The same thing for the growing form of the L. It doesn't necessarily has to grow up. The growing itself, you can grow, something can grow, will grow most of the time up, just towards the sun, up, go away from the gravity, but it's not necessary that it always grows in that same direction. That's what means like follow what is inside it, follow the rules of what is inside it, but the tendencies are not always the same. Just like the growing in the plant is always up, but that sometimes it's not, but it is always growing. That's the way you have to think in combining letters and combining the features of the letters. So how do we combine here P, E and L, or PEL or PEAL? It's actually very easy. So you have the pressure up, and because it is widening, we'll also take a wider area of this pressure up, and we have almost directly, as you can see, we widen it a little bit, and we have the pressure up, and it is the PEAL which we can see immediately, or the PEL which you can see immediately, which has this formation of the L, which is following the directions that are already there. So, and that's how you can recognize PEL or PEAL. In English, the PEAL with an E and an A, it will of course widen and also focus on an object, like the A is always focusing about it. And the object can be associated mostly with the circular reference point, so you have that here as well. And the E, which you can hear, is the directions up, and it peels up. You can peel it up if you want. And that is actually the way how you have to associate the letters, and they can be recognized when you follow the rules of the order of the dominant order. So they will go, they will always follow all the dominant orders, and they will increase this dominant order. I hope you understand what I said. Now I'll go to the next word, pain. I have here the P, the pushing up. The A, it's the object. Somewhere else I said it's horizontal, but also this is a tendency. If it's enlarged, it's not enlarged here, it's an object. Let's face it on the object. The E is here expressed in two different ways depending on where you focus upon, but it is the insertion, let's say, the insertion of something, which can also be in two directions, which is a direct insertion as well, if you would like. And the N, which is a content which is somewhere in the volume that has been added. So how do we combine these things? I immediately draw this. So we have the push up, you have the N there, you have the E of the pressure which is coming in. So it is this kind of combination. But even then, let's have some variations of interpretation and see if we interpreted it correctly. So this is the first thing I immediately associated, and I've mixed them. I made a puzzle, but let's see if this is 100% correct or not, or it can be more correct maybe. With the P, the A, the E and the N, how it is been written, you have this thing. How it has been written, we have this structure. So it goes inward into the object itself. So maybe even like this. If this is a structure, isn't it better to have the N inside it instead of on the P? It's not a knob, as it is a word as well. A knob is on top. Here it is in. It's in, so we have to go inwards. So because we have P plus A plus I plus N. But we hear the A. So the A, the direction of the broadening in the broadening sense, and the Y, or which is the connecting, the loosely connecting things. So how do we connect it with all this knowledge together? The pain is going inwards, it's loosely connected, and there's a pressure that we can feel there already, and that makes it pain. The pain, again, the pressure goes inwardly, and we can sense it also inwardly. So here were three variations that we have, but in fact the last one was even more correctly, but all of these associations, they are somewhere connected, but the most correct one is, of course, if you deal with all the aspects. So the inwardly, so the A and the E, the inwardly movement should be expressed as well. And here you have the pain in the two directions of the E. So the more you deal with all the connections and the right order, and also the separate qualities, and you deal with them, all of them, you have actually exactly the expression of what it should be. Here's the pain which is coming inside an object, and which is pressing in actually also, and having a counter pressure there as well, as you can see. That is more or less two words expressed in the right order of letters. It wasn't really too complicated, so I hope you understood. If not, just watch the video once again. This was another example that is related with the book Sound in Form. It was a reference to the theoretical part, the development of the word. So some other examples. There were not too many examples in the book, so I provide more also very soon. Thanks for watching. This was Gerald van Waas. There's a website too, which I hope to update soon enough. It is always a bit slower, that part. And there's a YouTube channel, this one, you can subscribe to if you would like to have some more examples of this theory. Thanks again. Bye bye.